in this one. 13-3 on the year, 2-1 in Big Ten duels.
And Kelby, expect Liam Cronin to come out with a little bit of vengeance after his last match, not even lasting 30 seconds against number 1 ranked Spencer Lee, getting stuck in that tilt position early on in Iowa City, now hoping to last a little bit longer than that this time.
Yeah, Liam comes in. He's 2-0 in his career versus Eric Barnett. And Liam wrestling really well. Like I said, this year he's 13-3. A couple weeks ago, he beat Patrick McKee and Michael DiAugustino. He earned himself NCAA, Big Ten, and USA Wrestler of the Week honors. So coming in with a lot of confidence. Yes, unfortunate to get pinned by Spencer Lee last Friday.
And the chant's already starting here at the Devaney Center. Crowd's getting pretty pumped up to start this match off.
Yeah, they have the lights dimmed a little bit here to almost spotlight the duel or the mat. So pretty cool atmosphere, and a lot more people here than I anticipated, I should say. For a cold, chilly Sunday afternoon. Still no score, 1 minute passed here in the first period.
And it looks like right now both Barnett and Cronin just both working their tie-ins. Not a whole lot of action yet. Still scoreless with minute 30 to go.
Yeah, Cronin trying to dig that left-handed underhook in. A good head position by Barnett, countering that underhook.
And I've just never heard it this quiet before at the Devaney Center, Kelby. It is... I feel like our voices are kind of the ones overlapping everything right now. You can hear everything the coaches are saying, and oh my goodness, that's just how focused and ready these Cornhuskers are after coming off of that absolute mutilation last week in Iowa City. Hoping to bounce back here. Manning, something must have lit a fire under him, because here we go.
Shot by Barnett, 2 takedown by Cronin as Barnett tried to go for the roll through.
And how about Liam Cronin? Barnett tried to roll through, Cronin stuck on the hips, as Cronin's going to score his first 2.
45 seconds to go here, 2-0 Liam Cronin with the lead. Barnett looking to dig some fingers, it looks like. He's up to his feet, peels hands, and is away for a pretty big escape there.
I was going to say, Kelby, I was surprised Liam Cronin let him get away with that without a mat return, as Barnett just makes this a 1 point closer.
Yeah, you always want to, if you can, try to end the period on top. Liam had an opportunity, but Barnett did a great job peeling hands, got his hips away for the escape, a big escape as it's 2-1, and we will head to the second period here with that score 2-1. Liam with the takedown. In the first escape by Barnett, Barnett will defer, Liam will go down.
And there's that takedown there from Cronin. Able to get himself in a good position off the roll through from Barnett as Cronin leads into the second period.
Yep, he's up and away. No real ride attempt there by Barnett, so we're back to our feet. And once again, both guys collar tie here. Liam again trying to force that left-handed underhook. Half shot by Barnett. Liam really stalking Barnett. You know, he's pushing the pace. He's on him. His hands are always constantly on Barnett. He just can't seem to get away.
Like you said, Kelby, it looks like Barnett's trying to make something work, but it's hard for him to set something up when Cronin's putting your hands in his face, almost kind of more or less blocking his offensive.
Front headlock now for Cronin, and they'll call stalemate. 55 seconds to go here, second period.
And Cronin goes right back into the tie-ins.
Yeah, right off that whistle, you see him just hard collar tie.
And Cronin's wrestling with a little bit of a chip on his shoulder. This is a huge match. Both top 10 wrestlers at that 125 spot. Cronin, obviously, I mean, I've said it enough already, had that terrible loss to Spencer Lee in just 38 seconds of the match, caught himself on a tilt. Obviously wants to come back and redeem himself. He still is that number 5 spot. Of course, he's probably going to see Spencer Lee down the road in the postseason. But right now, just kind of trying to more or less do some resume building, Kelby.
Yeah, and what a win this would be for Cronin. He's had a lot of awesome wins this year. Again, he's 2-0 against Barnett. Time ticking away here, under 5 to go. Barnett is a 2-time All-American, finishing 7th and 8th.
And I'll tell you what, Barnett is not an easy opponent. The senior, 14-4 overall this year. He's 9-4 in duels. So Barnett's not used to losing. However, starting the third period, Cronin's in a good position here. He's going to have that riding time. And he is ahead by 2 points with 1:49 left. Barnett's going to have to make some big moves here.
All right, so Barnett does get the escape, closes the match to 3-2. And now we'll settle this on our feet as Barnett's in on a shot. He's got the far ankle, trying to come around the waist.
Wisconsin wants two. Cronin keeping that whizzer in, preventing the points. Nothing yet. Looks like Cronin's trying to roll through it. If Cronin can get back to his feet, he'd save the 2 points. Nothing yet.
Now Barnett has that left leg shelved across his waist. He needs to try to get his right arm out of that whizzer. Nice job by Cronin. Really tough whizzer there to cause that stalemate.
Unbelievable. Liam Cronin just had that whizzer sunk in so deep. Great defense, and there's a reshot from Cronin. Here we go, Kelby.
He's got a cradle locked up, and he gets the takedown now, and that makes it 5-2.
And a statement from Cronin saying, hey, you almost got me, now I'm going to go get you. Taking a 3-point lead with 44 seconds to go. Kelby, what a statement.
Barnett with a huge escape there. Riding time not a factor. 35 seconds to go. It's still only a 2-point match, so a takedown would tie it for Barnett. And there's a takedown attempt. Now he's going for a headlock. But
getting a little dicey.
Just unable to get Liam's time's ticking away. 15 seconds to go here. And there's finally a stalemate with 13 seconds on the clock.
Back-to-back stalemates off the whizzer for Liam Cronin. Just relentless defense. And then there it is. Liam Cronin. He's going to salt this match away. Kelby, Liam Cronin getting the win over Eric Barnett.
Another big victory for Liam. His awesome senior year continues. As we now go to 157 pounds, Garrett model for Wisconsin, taking on Peyton Robb for the Huskers.
And Peyton Robb, kind of the golden boy for Nebraska this year, 18-0, sitting in that number 1 spot at the 157-pound weight class. Going up against Garrett model so far, 13-6 on the year. He's 9-4 in duels. So this is not an opponent to take lightly if you're Robb. However, Peyton Robb has just been on an absolute tear this year.
Yeah, good call on model. He's a co-captain, and he also beat 6th-ranked Kendall Coleman of Purdue 4-3. So he is known to bring it when it matters most against the opponents that matter most. So, like you said, Robb cannot take this one lightly. Robb, like you said, ranked number 1. There's a single leg attempt there. Has the right leg in the air. We'll see how he chooses to finish here. He has it clamped between his legs.
You can see Robb trying to kind of top shelf that right leg, maybe go in for a trip. He's in a good position now.
He's going to try to tree chop him and trips. And there's the 2 finally given. It was a little late there, but 2 finally given for Robb on that takedown.
Peyton Robb was in a good position on that single leg, was able to shelf that leg high, finish with a nice tree top. Almost in kind of a hopeless position if you're Model.
Robb scooping that right ankle of Model.
This could be a huge lift, Kelby.
Nice, yes, big lift by Robb, returning him to the mat. A minute to go here, 2-0 Peyton Robb with the lead. As you can see, riding time accumulating starting here for Robb. He's up over 35 seconds and counting. Just keeping a lot of pressure on Model on his hands and the upper part of his back.
It looks like he's trying to tilt him.
He's trying for that wrist there, that right wrist. You see him pull that in. And there it is.
There it is.
Just couldn't quite get him up on his hips enough to expose his back, but 20 seconds remaining here. Robb already over a minute riding time.
And there's not much you can do in this position if you're Robb except just keep riding it out. Let the period come to a close.
And it will. Peyton Robb with a 2-0 lead as here's the takedown.
Beautiful tree top. Gets that leg in and around.
Robb will start this period on bottom. There's a big lift and a roll by Robb as he's looking for a reverse, and he collects the 2 reversal.
And so Peyton Robb, after the lift, rolls through it, able to get behind the hips of Model on an easy reversal. Now Model wants to take that takedown right off the bat.
And now Model looking for a reversal of his own as Robb is still collecting riding time as he is on top currently. And there it is. There's the reversal by Model. So now it's 4-2. Model with that right leg in. Trying for a far side cradle. Now Robb with a roll, and he comes out on top with a reversal. Third reversal of the period as Robb reversal, Model reversal. Now Robb again strikes back.
Something interesting I just saw over on the Nebraska bench. Kelby, Coach Manning got up and walked into the tunnel and disappeared for a solid 30 seconds before coming right back out. You almost wonder what's going on there. Peyton Robb, however, in control.
Yeah, his riding time now up over 2 minutes. Keeps scooping that leg of Model and extending it out. Now Robb switching to the right side, trying to ride that side, see if he can't get anything going on a turn that way. Model to his feet, a lift. Big mat return. 10 seconds to go here. And that will do it for the second period. Again, 3 reversals in that period. 6-2 Robb with the lead, and Model goes neutral to start this third period. He's been rode for 2 minutes and 32 seconds, so easy decision for him to go neutral as Robb now in on a high crotch. And now he goes dump this time. Still no 2 yet.
And the flexibility from Model, getting his hands back behind the hips of Robb to prevent the 2.
Nice job by Model. Good defense cause a stalemate there.
And that's just what you want if you're a model. You are down by 4 with a minute left. I mean, feet to back is the best scenario you could get if you're a model, or if he could work a couple takedowns in it. It looks like Robb's not going to let him have that.
Big takedown. 8-3 now. Essentially 9-3 riding time is locked up, so all he needs is a takedown here to get a major decision. Model in on a high crotch here, has Robb on his butt.
It just looks like it's not going to be enough for model. But you got to be careful here if you're Robb. Don't want to get yourself on your back by accident, but Robb's in control.
They call potentially dangerous there. 44 seconds to go here. Peyton Robb ahead 8-3. Essentially 9-3 with the riding time locked up. So again, a takedown would give him a major decision. And there it is. There's a big lift. Takedown followed by a lift by Peyton Robb. 10-3 is the lead for the Nebraska wrestler. Looking to salt this one away.
And it's clear here with 20 seconds left that Robb's going to come out with the win. And if you're model, the best thing you can do right now, obviously, it's not going to look like he's going to go to his back to get the pin. But, you know, the only thing you can really do is just give up the 3-4 points and instead of having it be a pin and, you know, giving up 6 points to put it out of reach. But Peyton Robb closing this one out.
Nice victory by Peyton Robb. Add the ride time point. 11-3 winner, Peyton Robb. Major decision. That's 4 points for the team. And that extends the Cornhusker lead to 13-3 over the Wisconsin Badgers as we head to 165. For the Wisconsin Badgers here at 165, it is Dean Hamiti, returning All-American, and he will take on Bubba Wilson. Hamiti, a co-captain as well. Austin Gomez, Eric Barnett, Garrett Model, Trent Hilger, and Dean Hamiti are your captains, co-captains I should say, for your Wisconsin Badgers. To have that many captains just has to say something about the team and the respect that they have for all of these guys.
Absolutely. Hamiti has himself a resume at that number 7 spot at the 165 class. Wilson, who is not ranked, however, so far this year, he's 9-9. He's 1-5 in duels, so he hasn't been doing the best in duels this year. Definitely has his hands full against a top 10 opponent.
Yeah, Hamiti came right in after Badger Evan Wick transferred to Cal Poly, and they almost are identical. Nice, tall, lanky frames for Evan Wick, and now Dean Hamiti. Causes a lot of problems for wrestlers with how tall and long his arms are and his body is. There's a shot attempt and a throw by Hamiti, but Bubba Wilson not giving up here as he continues to circle. Hamiti reaching over, and here's where the length of Hamiti comes into play as he's reaching and grabbing the far ankle. Now he's trying to work for a cradle, but a great job by Bubba Wilson squaring his hips, much to the appreciation of the Husker faithful.
And Bubba Wilson was almost in some danger there, almost getting to his back. But things look a lot scarier than they really are. Not to mention, Kelby, that Nebraska is just in a commanding lead of this duel, as they're getting right into the sweet spot where they got all their strength, and right in the middle there. With Bubba Wilson, Peyton Robb, Mikey Labriola coming up next.
Contact fell out there. Hamiti was in on a shot again, but Wilson able to kick his leg out.
You can hear the "oh" from the crowd as Hamiti tries to put his contact lens back in. They're going to call time. Does anybody got any contact solution?
I hope his eyesight isn't as bad as mine. If I lost a contact, I would be in danger if I was trying to wrestle.
That was one of the funnier things I've ever seen. He tries to put the contact lens back in, and everyone simultaneously goes, "Ooh."
Hamiti does get on the board with a takedown. A stall call was also given to Wilson, so keep that in mind as the match goes on. 2 stall calls equals a point for your opponent. As Hamiti now in the lead 2-0 as Wilson, nice job getting away there as Hamiti's strength is on top, but Wilson able to get away. A big escape as Hamiti in on another attack there, but they are out of bounds. 12 seconds to go here as here's the nice lift by Hamiti to collect the 2 from Wilson. And that's how the first period went. 2-1 is the score. Hamiti with the lead. As Wilson will go down to start the second period.
I'm sorry, I still can't get over that contact lens. Oh my goodness. ESPN not top 10 if you're listening.
There's a nice hard crossface by Hamiti, and you know, on the good note, he didn't put it back in. He took it over to his trainer and put in some solution, so it will be clean the next time he puts it in his.
And let's see if that'll be the solution to this match. It's a Sunday afternoon, folks. We're full of puns.
I hope that's not the last one. Sunday pun day here.
See, now you're getting in on it.
Hamiti riding tough here as he's over a minute ride time. 2-1 is the score here. Wilson doing a good job staying off his back as Hamiti again is really tough on top. And that, just as I say that, he almost goes to his back with a hard crossface by Hamiti.
Like you said, that crossface just came in quick. Oof. Almost getting Wilson right to his back to no avail. But Maddie's just going to continue to build that ride time with over a minute and a half.
He's looking for a tilt on the edge, and he gets it.
He's still got that right foot in, so they're going to still technically say he's in bounds. Not anymore.
Only a 2 back points.
You know, you see in sports like football and basketball, like, you know, you got those toe taps, those toe tap catches. This is almost kind of like the same thing. It's called a toe tap tilt. Getting those back points while still having that right foot in.
And you can see only a 3 count, so that's why he only received 2 back points there. Still a big turn by Hamiti as he leads this one 4-1 now. Riding time up over 2 minutes. He's looking for another tilt, and he almost has it. Nice job by Wilson to get his arm free, as that will do it for the second period.
And it seems like Hamiti has really found his identity here in the second period. Bubba Wilson just trying to survive. It's not over yet, however. Only down 3 points, technically 4, with pretty much the locked-up riding time. But if you're Bubba Wilson, you're going to have to move quickly.
Hamiti is away, and he will get a reversal. Big-time reversal. Now he's back to his comfortable position on top. As I believe it should be 6-1. I think they gave him a reversal. Yep.
There it is.
So 6-1 is the score here. Hamiti back on top. Riding time locked in now, so it's essentially a 7-1 lead. Hamiti working a tilt again. As you see, he has that left arm barred up. And there's the tilt. 1-2, and there's the count. 4 back there, makes it 10-1.
And that 4-point near fall was huge with a minute to go. Pretty much stripping away all hope from Bubba Wilson. Only thing you can get is foot to back, but doesn't look like that's going to happen. If you're Bubba Wilson, at least play your best defense. Try not to give up a pin to put Wisconsin right back in it.
Now he's in danger of a technical fall, as now Hamiti deciding whether he's going to cut him or not. It's a big lift here on the edge of the mat. It's 14-1, essentially 15-1, because riding time is locked up.
And you can hear Wisconsin's coaches saying, let him go, let him go.
He will let him go. So a takedown in the last 30 seconds would create the technical fall. Wilson in on a shot here.
And I don't think Wilson wants to give up that tech fall. Why would you, right?
Right, yes, he's holding on to that leg. Nice job holding on by Wilson. But Hamiti stays with it and gets the takedown just as time expires here. Add the ride time point. It's a 17-2 technical fall by Dean Hamiti. That's 5 big points for the Wisconsin Badgers, closing the gap to now 13-8.
Obviously the highest scoring match we have seen today. A great job by Hamiti getting the tech fall, putting Wisconsin right back in.
Just stays with it there. The big lift in the crotch and just kept circling, and Hamiti able to collect the takedown, as now we head to 174. We have Josh Otto for the Wisconsin Badgers and Mikey Labriola, ranked number 2 from Easton, Pennsylvania. Bethlehem Catholic High School. A perfect 19-0 on the year. Josh Otto comes in from Brookfield, Wisconsin. Arrowhead High School comes in 6-11 on the year. His first year as a starter for the Wisconsin Badgers.
And he's 2-7 in duels. He is not ranked. However, Mikey Labriola at that number 2 ranked 174 spot from Easton, Pennsylvania, from Bethlehem Catholic High School, who's just been on an absolute tear this year, getting the win over Nelson Brands last week in Iowa City. He's 9-0 in duels, 18-0 on the year.
Shot on the edge of the mat. They go out of bounds. They will restart here. Another low ankle shot there by Labriola as he's trying to isolate the leg here. Has it hooked, and there's the 2. Josh Otto. He comes from a long line of athletes. His mother played soccer at UW-Whitewater. His uncle wrestled at UW-Whitewater. His father played football at Concordia, Wisconsin, and his brother played football at North Dakota. So quite the athletes in that family. My dad played high school football, so. And wrestled, I should say, as well. Labriola got some riding time built up, so now he cuts him. 2-1 lead for Labriola. 13-8 dual score here. Victories by Cronin, Hardy, Morton, and Robb for the Huskers. As Labriola tosses his headgear to the side. And that will cause a reset.
And with a minute left to go, Labriola still got that 1-point advantage. Had to cut Otto once he synced up that riding time, and there goes another takedown, extending the lead to 3. Looks like he's going to cut him once more. And you can hear someone in the audience go, "Where's he going?" Hopefully, maybe to incite a stalling call here from the officials, because It almost looks like Otto's just circling around trying to avoid. He's got to be careful, or else he'll be hit with a stalling late in this first period.
Yeah, especially with Labriola already with 2 takedowns here in this first period. And there it is. The stall call is another attempt by Labriola.
You think the fan contributed to that stalling call?
Early start by Labriola, not impressed is the Husker crowd.
Sometimes when you're just in the heat of those matches, you can't really hear what's going on around you. Your head is just all focused in there. Labriola just a bit too eager.
Another quick attempt by Labriola to no avail, and then we'll go to the second period. 4-2 is the lead by Labriola. Otto's choice, he will go down. Labriola looked to his corner, thought he might
It looks like
want to intentionally cut him, but
and Manning didn't want to go with that route, but you could see Labriola with the hand gesture like, should I cut him right now? Just go back up to our feet, do what we do best, but
Labriola going to take some time here. He's looking up at that clock, presumably to collect riding time, and he does, and after that he does cut him, so a minute 2 of riding time for Labriola
and a
and
very
4-3 lead.
strategic approach from Labriola, just getting that riding time. Once he's able to do that, he just cuts him and keeps taking him down. It's almost like a circular pattern of takedown, riding time, cut. So here's the takedown.
They did call a stalling call on Otto as well, so that's his second, so that is a point for Labriola, so a 3-point swing there.
And then here's where the cut call might come in.
Yep, he is going to go optional start.
And he's going to cut him, yep, right here. Just
And they ding Otto. Too heavy of a hand there for the Wisconsin Badgers. So 1 point for Labriola, so now 8-4. You know, there's a difference between heavy hands and just kind of almost essentially punching with an open hand.
you almost kind of wonder what's going on Otto's end. It just doesn't seem. This is a very unusual match for sure. As Otto just is kind of circling and spinning, and I'm sure Labriola is just as confused, like, what is going on? And here's the takedown once more.
Another big takedown for Labriola, 10-4 lead here. And now he's going to cut him again, 30 seconds to go, looking for another takedown. And heck, maybe another stall call as there's a shuck by, trying to take him to his back. Woo is right.
Fasten your seatbelt, Otto, you just got suplexed.
As now Labriola actually appears a little dinged up now. Let's take a look at that last takedown.
Let's see what happened here. He gets behind, gets in good position, just goes straight back. You almost wonder if it's that right arm that he came down on. You can see him kind of signaling like, hey, time.
Yeah, big mat return there for Labriola. Just dinged him up a little bit. It's still 12-5. Here's the score, 18.5 seconds to go in the second period.
You got to wonder if Labriola is okay. You wonder if that's an arm injury or how he got dinged up there. As he just buckled up and threw Otto back, unfortunately landing on himself. And it looks like he's getting up. He's going to be okay to finish out this second period. Obviously, you don't want to go to a default. That's the last thing you want to do unless you absolutely can't wrestle. But you can tell that Labriola is in quite a bit of pain. As you're going to wonder what his approach is here for the remaining 18 seconds in that third period.
Now, since it was injury time, Otto got his choice and went down.
And that's the definition of wrestling tough right there, Kelby. Coming on an injury like that. Just continuing to do your...
with a big escape.
And I think Otto's taking advantage. Labriola might not have the same strength of the grip as before he did with that injury. As Otto's going to take the wise decision, Labriola's going to take the decision here to go down to start the third period.
It was a big escape by Otto there. As they need to stop the match. The clock is not running. And they're still letting him wrestle, and they get 2 reversal.
So they gave him the reversal, but the clock wasn't running. As they're going to go take a look at that, you could hear everyone in the crowd yelling, "Clock, clock."
Yeah, so we'll see if they just manually take the time down for what.
And it looked like that's exactly what they're going to do. And here's that takedown again. While the clock wasn't running, looks like they're just going to take 15 seconds off. So now there's 1:45 left to go in the third, but they're still going to award Labriola. As the officials are trying to get this sorted out. Gives Labriola some time to maybe rest his injury a little, get himself reset. So you see the officiating crew talking with the clock operator here, getting all the confusion sorted out.
Yeah, they gave the 15 seconds of riding time. They applied it to Labriola instead of counting it down, so they were just situating everything. So now we are all set. 1:45 to go. Reversal by Labriola. Now he cuts him, so it's a 14-7 lead. And we are back to our feet.
And Labriola sitting very comfortably with what is presumed an 8-point lead. Already has locked up that riding time. Obviously right here you just almost want to manage. I don't think you have enough time for obviously a bunch of stalling calls. I don't think that's possible, but
this would be a big takedown by Otto as he has Labriola bouncing on one leg. Labriola, though, is really good in this position. He's really good at scrambling, so.
And you can almost see it. Labriola doesn't like to stand straight up. He's got that left leg bent a little bit. Waiting for Otto. Otto's just pulling him back in. There's like, all right, come on. Let's see what the move is. You don't want to call stalling here, and Nebraska definitely isn't happy with it as he's just keeping Labriola up on that leg. And then they go out of bounds.
They just called Labriola for stalling. Crowd didn't like it, almost as if to say, what is he supposed to do? Because it looked like Otto walked him out of bounds.
And that was a little interesting. I mean, Otto had the leg, had the advantage, and was obviously didn't put a finishing move on it. When you're Nebraska, what are you supposed to do if you're Labriola? He's got your leg up.
Things getting a little chippy here now.
Oh my! Here we
there's
go.
A stall call, and there's one again on Otto. So stalling call, and there's another shot attempt, pushed him out of bounds 3.5 seconds ago. 15-7 is the lead.
And there's 3 seconds left, but it looks like that's not going to matter. As time runs out, words are exchanged. Labriola coming out with the win. 16-7. Labriola's going to walk out of this one happy. You almost wonder what was exchanged down there on the mat before the match ended there. Obviously, Labriola not happy.
Out of reach for Wisconsin, so Nebraska will come away victorious, and this is a big match, though, here. I was looking forward to this one. For Wisconsin, you have Braxton, Amos. And for Nebraska, you have Silas, Allred.
Silas Allred, the 197-pound redshirt sophomore from Anderson, Indiana. So far on the year, 16-5. He's 6-3 in duels, has 5 pins, has 4 major decisions so far on the year. He is ranked 22nd, however, going up against Amos. And Amos, the 12th ranked wrestler in that 197 spot, has himself a resume as well. Braxton Amos has a 14-4 overall record. He's 10-3 in duels, definitely certifying him at that 12 spot, as they are 10 places away from each other, but this match could be a heck of a lot closer than you think.
Yeah, Amos looks like he has that Looks like he does have a cradle locked up, but now he's on the edge. He gives up on the cradle. Now goes for his single leg. Allred trying to scoot a little bit out of bounds, and he gets there, and they go out of bounds. So we will go back to the center. Some action here already 45 seconds into the match.
And with the 197 matchup underway, Kelby, you are correct. Nebraska has taken this duel away. Because the most Wisconsin can do is 2 pins, and the math just doesn't add up. Wisconsin would only make it to 20. So Nebraska has put away this duel, getting the win over Wisconsin. And the team implications are now over as we now focus more on individual matches here.
They're going to call potentially dangerous there on the left leg of Allred. Amos has he came in with a lot of credentials into college. Now get this, he went 142-0 as a high schooler. He didn't give up a single offensive point during high school.
Wow, that's impressive.
There's a throw by Amos. Takedown almost. Nice job by Allred to get off his back, and that's where Amos is experienced. He represented Team USA on the senior world team at the 2022 Senior World Championships in Greco-Roman. And look at this throw. It's a headlock, but a nice throw by Amos. Allred, good job bellying out to avoid any back points. 2-0 Amos with the lead as he cuts Allred. Under a minute here left in the first period. 2-1, Amos with the lead. Amos 14-4 on the year. I mean, just look at the pedigree of this guy. He was ranked first at 220 pounds by Flow Wrestling, Intermat, The Open Mat, Win Magazine, USA Today. He's ranked the 3rd overall wrestler of the 2020 class. At one point, he was the #1 pound-per-pound wrestler in the country. So, just one of those guys that come in with a lot of accolades, hoping to see him put it all together at this collegiate level as they go out of bounds.
And it looks like he's got a little bit of a limp as he returns to the mat. You almost wonder where that came from. He seems to be moving just fine now, but as he was walking back, he had a little bit of a limp in his step, I would say.
And there's a nice shot by Allred here as we almost reach the end of the period, and time runs out.
And Allred really, really wanted that shot to no avail. The time runs out as Amos still takes the lead by a point.
Allred will start on bottom there as he gets to his feet. Cradle attempt by Amos. Now he has Allred leg in the air, and they go out of bounds. And we will reset. Yeah, Amos, definitely something doesn't seem right with him as he comes back gingerly to the center of the mat. Allred to his feet now and goes with a roll through. Now he's looking for a reversal and will get it. Reversal. Allred takes a 3-2 lead over Amos.
And a huge reversal from Allred. To say the least, talked about how Amos had all these accolades and never gave up a offensive point in high school. And obviously that's a lot different from the collegiate level, Kelby, but props to Allred.
They're out the edge of the mat and head lever position there by Allred. Here's the reversal. Nice roll through, and he's able to collect the leg of Amos. Turns into him. Boom, reversal. Amos bails out.
Just great positioning from Allred as he collects that leg, able to get his hips around and collects the reversal. Well deserved.
There's a roll by Amos.
You got to be careful if you're Amos. He almost got caught on his back trying to hit those roll-throughs. You know, if you're going to hit a Granby, if you're going to hit a roll-through, you're going to have to do it right. Or else you could see something just like that. He could get stuck on his back, and this match could be over.
Amos on his belly now. Nice job by Allred. He's eliminated all the riding time that Amos had accumulated and now is already starting to stack up some himself. As we have 30 seconds to go here. Second period, 3-2 is the lead for Silas Allred after a reversal. Now he has that right arm barred up. And we'll see if he runs the bar, if he tries for a tilt.
He's really just trying to work a position to get Amos to his back. Well, as you can see him start to run that bar just now as he's trying to work a half Nelson with that left hand. But time's going to run out in the second period. Not going to have enough time, but I think Allred likes what he sees. He's ahead by a point. When he's on top, he has the positioning to be able to tilt Amos. You almost wonder what Allred's plan is, if he wants to go in on top or bottom here. Or they're going to go back up in the neutral position. That's what Manning wants to do.
Yeah, so Amos with his choice goes neutral. 3-2 lead here for Allred. Shot attempt, good defense, front headlock offense there by Allred.
Here comes Allred. He's got all the momentum now, leading by 3. He's got about a minute of ride time. Just a few seconds away from getting that riding time locked up. Allred in a terrific position.
Yep, it's now he is over a minute with a minute 10 and counting. Amos did not have a real attempt to get out when Allred was riding him in the second period, and pretty soon they're going to, yep, there's the stall call on Amos. Allred has him right where he wants him, flat on his belly, collecting riding time. Another Granby attempt by Amos, and he's about to get free, but they're all on the edge of the mat here. He finally calls him out of bounds. 37.5 seconds to go here. Allred with a big lead here, 5-2. Check out this takedown again. Pretty poor shot by Amos, and just go behind.
Nebraska's bench loves it. Silas Allred just taking advantage of the poor shot from Amos. You almost wonder if Amos's injury is getting to him, and he's just trying to wrestle through it, but Allred clearly looks like he's more physically dominant as he gets Amos to belly out. And with 30 seconds to go, I think Allred's about locked this one up.
Yeah, and you know, I think this was the victory that Allred needed. You know, he was kind of missing that signature victory this year, and this is it.
You almost wonder what's going through Amos's head as he's just getting ridden out to end the match, and that'll do it. And Allred gets a major win over 12th ranked Amos. Allred's going to shoot up in those rankings here by next week.